Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Social Society podcast. This is episode number 5. I'm so excited. Today is going to be a little different. There is no how-tos. There's no tutorials. It's not going to be information overload because I have my first guest here on the pod, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself.
My name is Lyndsee, and I have to say, first of all, thank you so much for having me. This is crazy, and I feel so special that you even invited me to be your first guest on your podcast.
After we had that conversation of us just comparing our content from back in the day, I instantly was like, this is it. This is the first episode. This is the first guest. So I'm so excited.
I love it.
Today's episode is called Small Town Big Dreams in our OG content era because Lyndsee and I both bonded over just content creation. We've created content together. It's been so much fun.
Yeah, I would say you definitely helped me because, I basically was like, hey, I need help with the esthetician side of it. And I really wanted you to record some things that I had facial wise and to push myself basically on social media. And you definitely helped me a lot. And you kind of I don't know, I was just learning all the things from you. And now we're just here.
Yeah. So we've done content together, and not only have we shot content together, we've also created, edited, gone back and forth with ideas. And
yes,
Lyndsee has always picked up really fast. I feel like I can tell you something and you take that information and you even come back with something more. And I'm like, that's it. You're creating.
Yes. I love it whenever we get together and our minds are creative. I don't know. I just always know that I'm going to have my creative juices flowing whenever I come in here and I film content basically, and I even ask you for advice and then we just jump back and forth. That's my favorite.
I agree. That's so much fun. But she's talking as if she's never created content before and as if I've kind of helped her with this, because that's a lie. She has been creating content for a really, really long time. Since way back 2016, 2015 era.
No, but it didn't even feel like I was creating content. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just having fun and just doing it until you told me dude, that's what I was doing at the same time. It's crazy.
Yeah. And now that you say it, I didn't know I was creating content either. I wouldn't be able to put that title on it. I would just be I'm in my room playing with my camera and my makeup. I don't know what to tell you. Kind of weird.
I should have started a freaking YouTube channel. Who knows where I would be?
It was horrible. Mine was so bad when I first started. Hey, what was your first social media platform then?
I would say Instagram, but I don't know.
Were you a Tumblr?
No, I was it was right whenever Tumblr was falling off.
Indeed.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, these cool, cute filters. And I made my Instagram at one point, where it was different colors. Yeah, mine was a purpley hue to every single picture.
I love that.
Did you have that?
Yes, the whole dreamy aesthetic. Everything had a shade of purple over it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you have a color or something, a color scheme? I feel like yours would be very bright, I'm sure.
I kind of tried to do the whole pink thing, but I wasn't that great at it. I don't feel like.
Just friggin' put that purple filter over, and that was basically it. I think that was there something before Visco?
I would just, no. Pixar? No, that was after Visco.
I think Visco was Visco,
the
and then it was the Tezza app, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Lightroom.
Yeah. So wait, did you have a Facebook?
No. I think I was I don't know. I was probably
too
12.
young.
I was way too young, yeah. And then I didn't even do anything on there.
So your first social media was Instagram?
Instagram, yeah.
That's cool. You want to know mine?
Was it the MySpace? Was it MySpace?
Oh, yeah. I was MySpace queen, okay? I knew how to code. The way my page was
oh my God.
aesthetic before aesthetic was a thing.
Right.
Yeah. I would spend hours.
What was your MySpace username?
It probably was Megan Vershan. I feel like I've been Megan Vershan forever, always, everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. At one point I was Megan MUA, and that's kind of embarrassing. I don't like to tell
your YouTube.
You got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere. Exactly.
Yeah. MySpace was my first social media. Easy.
That is crazy. I think I did Twitter too or something like that.
I tried Twitter. Honestly, hopefully it's disabled.
I hope so.
So Instagram was your first kind of social media platform. You showed me some content that you used to shoot. What would you shoot on? Did you do the whole camera route or was it just your phone?
No, it was just my phone. I really wanted a camera, but I've just used my iPhone.
Yeah. I went down the whole rabbit hole of a camera. I thought I needed like the best equipment. I got insane amount of lighting. I have like 3 ring lights at my home. It's ridiculous.
So if I need one, I'll go to your house.
No, absolutely. But yeah, I feel like we've always had everything we've needed with our phone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The whole
Like
time.
I feel like the editing has been pretty good. Like if you know what app to edit on, like pictures and everything like that, like even the presets. I was so into presets and I still am,
Same.
but that's like always been a thing since I started. But yeah, I think that's awesome.
What's if you can remember, what was your first social media post? What was your first Instagram post?
I don't know. It was probably like a selfie or something. I'd have to like really look back, but I would just go around town and, well, in Clayton, New Mexico, like that is a tiny town. There was no cute spots anywhere, and it would just be me and my best friend. And I was also really into makeup and like YouTube, makeup era, Jaclyn Hill.
I was obsessed with Jaclyn Hill.
Oh yeah.
Like she could
Champagne
sell
pop.
me anything. Oh, I had it.
100%. Yeah, I was. So yeah, we would just go around town and take a picture next to like a cute little bush, like that was with some flowers on it. And we would just like go around town and just in our cute outfits, what it seemed like, and just like post it. And I'm sure we looked like weirdos, but
you probably looked crazy. But that is what content creation is today.
Yes.
Like still today, like finding a really cool spot, seeing a different perspective, and being able to turn something like Clayton, New Mexico into an aesthetic Instagram post.
Exactly.
Her poster's so good. When she was showing me, I was like, stop. This is crazy.
That is so funny. Yeah, so we would just do that, makeup beat, and go around taking pictures, and I would be the one basically taking like a lot of the pictures like of my friend because I just knew, and I feel like that's still me. Like I still, like if I have a shot in my head and or even like a video or anything like that creative wise, I just know like, oh my God, this angle, this whatever, like the vibe. Yeah, I still have that.
I agree. You definitely have the eye for it for sure.
It's just crazy.
You grew up with a pretty strict household though, right? So you didn't get to like go out a whole lot.
Yeah, no. So I definitely grew up in a strict household. Well, actually, not really. I didn't really because I'm also the middle child. So I feel like my parents really trusted me, and I feel like I had that like I was a goody two shoes.
I was about to say no, she was a good girl.
I was a goody two
like
shoes.
she did everything by the rules.
Yes.
I can already tell.
Definitely like learned from like my sister growing up and my brother who is a year younger than me, and so I just do my thing, and my parents, I feel like at that point my parents didn't really like care. They would just let me go around, and just because I had like one best friend and we would just do everything together, so they trusted me. I don't know why. Like we would be like in a field with a tractor. Like I will definitely send you that picture.
Please. I have like a tractor photo too. Cause like you have to improvise. Small town. I remember I would see all these bloggers like Jaclyn Hill or Nicole Guerrero was really big.
Yes.
Carly Bible. I was obsessed with them, and I would try so hard to replicate, but you would go out to like Hereford and you would smell cow poo poo. And it would look like
a tumbleweed in the background, like the weeds,
the grain tower,
compared to like the city and like buildings and I don't know, the beach and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think I had convinced myself if I needed to be anything on social media, like I had to have that type of life. So I never really thought of social media as anything serious. Like it was something just fun.
Yeah, like you didn't even think social media. You didn't even think like, oh yeah, I am a creator. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah. It was like, no, I'm just taking some photos.
Yeah, just taking photos
for funsies. Yeah. What YouTube would you watch back in the day? I mean, like Jaclyn Hill.
Oh yeah.
But like, was there anyone else that you were just like obsessed with? Were you obsessed with people on social media?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. If it's just say like Jaclyn Hill.
Because I feel like watching YouTube back even just like in 2016 in our small town was kind of
Weird.
Like,
Yes.
if you weren't watching Dancing with the Stars or American Idol,
The Voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were weird. Like, I remember, mind you, there is a big age gap between me and Lyndsee.
Yes.
How old are you?
23. The fact that I had to think about it.
She is a
23.
baby. She's a baby. I'm 10 years older, so that's great. So when we are talking about this time period, it's the same time period.
Yeah, it's the same year.
The same year, but we were both.
So were you like 20? Were you like, how old?
I was 23.
23?
I was like your age right now. But I had 2 kids like under the age of 2.
You were hold on. Were you like 26 though?
No, I was like 23.
Okay. In 2016? Yeah, that's 9 years ago. It's 36 minus 9. 26? No, you were like 26, 25.
No, I was 23. I had Barrett at 22.
What is 2016? That was 9 years ago.
No, it wasn't. What's 20? What is it? 20?
Yeah, 9 years ago.
9. But
I just want to know how old you were and then how old I was in 20s. Yeah, so you were 27. So then I was like 16, 17.
I'm 34.
Oh, shit. I added some years. You're 25.
Yeah.
You were 25. So yeah, I was like 15.
Yeah. But I feel like this started 2014, 2015. Because I was like 22, 23. And Jacqueline Hill, I think, started like 2014, 2015. That whole era. I only know that because Barrett was born in 2014. And that's when I became obsessed. Because I had literally nothing else to do. I was just at home.
Right.
Yeah. I became obsessed. I remember finding Jacqueline Hill. And then I found Nicole Guerrero. Then I find Carly. And I would go on Instagram to find other people. Because I was like, this is so cool. Like, I'm obsessed
just like that whole circle.
with everything they have to say. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't remember like talking about it with like my friends from school. Like, oh, this YouTube channel, this YouTube video. Like, it was just like a thing that I would just like watch in my room.
Yeah, I remember because I would like put the babies to sleep and stuff in the TV room and I would throw on YouTube like, and it was just me and the kids. But if anyone came home, I'd be like, oh my gosh, turn this off. No one needs to know that I'm watching makeup videos. It was so weird, which now it's not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so funny. So you definitely thought like you were a weirdo in Hereford.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I never went out. And if I did go out, it was like a whole process because I had 2 kids. And then when I was finally out, I was like, I'm too tired for this. YouTube was like...
Back to YouTube I go.
And then I was like, no, I'm going to learn this. And then I became obsessed with video editing, actually.
How long like after... Now I'm interviewing you.
It's okay. It's okay.
Because I actually have a real question. How long after you were watching, like you were obsessed with YouTube videos, did you start creating the content? Like you actually pulled out a camera, you looked into editing, like...
Probably like 5 months because Barrett wasn't even walking yet.
So you were like, I can do this.
I convinced my dad that he needed to get a really good camera to take pictures of his new grandson.
I got this.
I was like, Dad. He bought it. My dad is awesome. He buys anything. But I remember going to Best Buy. We looked at all the cameras. I convinced him to get the Rebel TX6 or T whatever. And I remember setting up in the living room. I put Barrett to sleep, opened up that camera, and immediately made a setup. It was absolutely horrible.
God.
It was nighttime. There was no light.
See, I wish I did that because I would just do it like with my iPhone camera and I'd just pretend I was doing a YouTube video and doing like a makeup tutorial, but I never hit like publish on anywhere. Yeah, it was just like my camera and I'd be like, nobody can see this. And I just like put it in like a private folder, just delete it right away.
I convinced myself that I was going to post this and no one from my hometown was going to see it, but other people were.
Yeah.
And everyone from my hometown saw it.
Oh,
very embarrassing. I'm sure people made fun of me for years. And honestly, they had every right. It was pretty bad. Yeah.
Especially, I mean, yeah, it's just, they're small towns and whoever's driving by is going to see you.
Yeah. That is another thing, though. If I was never in my small town and I had absolutely nothing to do and I was stuck in my childhood home, I would have never put the effort into getting a camera, making a setup, learning. Lighting. I would have never. I would have probably been twerking it in a club till I was like 29. Would have been a really tragic story. I really think that moving back home and being in a small town
really pushed you.
Really got my creative juices going. So I met you 2 years ago. And we started doing
Yeah.
content. I'm going to be honest, I'm not one of those people that like dive or does research on anyone when I meet them, like, because we just met like as, friends, as
Right.
acquaintances. Were you already posting content for your skincare? Like, when did you start creating content for skincare?
Right. Actually, whenever I was in school, whenever I was in aesthetic school, I would just like post that I'm going to school, and that's whenever I created my esthetician page. So if you go into like where I basically was doing a lot of like creator stuff was my personal page. And that's where you'll like go back and see like 2016, when he said like everything of me in my small town. But
See, I did see that. And I just recently started following your personal page.
yeah, it's on private.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought I was already following it. And then I was like, wait a second, I haven't seen this.
Yeah, that's just my personal one. I don't know. Should I like, what do you think? Should I just make just one? I don't know.
No, I think it's a good thing to kind of
Like what is that word?
like divide your platforms.
Yeah, like my personal one, I barely post on there now. It's just personal, just like Christmas post, and
I have a private personal too.
that's basically it. You know what you do?
I haven't posted it in like 4 years.
Okay, yeah. So that's where like all of my like quote unquote creative stuff would be on. But whenever I started my aesthetics page was whenever I was still in school, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna post like my journey. You can see where I started with like aesthetics and until now, which is pretty cool.
What made you go the esthetician route?
Because I was really into makeup. And so I was like, okay, there's cosmetology, but I don't want to do hair. Tried one class, I looked over a book for cosmetology, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. So then I was just like looking up how like skin stuff and how to do that. And so I was like, oh, what's this? It's called esthetician. So I was like, okay, that's what I'm doing.
Very cool. So I would say that YouTube definitely had a big impact in
Huge.
where you are today too.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Very cool.
I know. I really want to do like put a lot of my clips on YouTube now, and as the Amarylistician, and post everything on there, the long form content on there.
You have some good long form content. She has some really good long form content for sure.
Yeah. But obviously it'll be like one view.
I think I have 1 subscriber. It's fine.
It's me.
Thank you so much. You've actually always have supported me. You've always made me feel cool. Because I'm really not.
Obviously, we're just like a different generation. Gen Z versus millennial right here.
Yeah, you're right. Millennial and Gen Z. We are totally 2 different generations. My pop was NSYNC. I grew up with NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
We just won't talk about it.
I know, it was actually really cool. Everyone was a One Direction fan.
I know.
Literally everyone. I remember like my cousins and stuff like were obsessed, and I didn't get it, but of course I was older.
Yeah, and I remember like everyone being into Justin Bieber, and I was like, I'm not going to be into Justin Bieber. I want to be different. And so I just never was a Bieber believer.
Oh, I was a Bieber. I was a Bieber. A believer? A believer.
A believer.
Yeah, I totally was
Yeah.
at the ripe age of like 21, for sure. What would you say are the pros and cons of growing up in a rural, small area while trying to, quote unquote, create content back in the day?
I would say definitely a pro would be like you just inside in your head, you just knew you were cool. You knew like this is trending right now. Everyone like in your school and stuff, they did not know. And you would just be like, yeah, this is cool right now. And everybody would look at you like you're a weirdo, like whatever you're wearing. Not that I'm saying that I was wearing cool stuff, because it was like the little things. But
She was totally wearing cool stuff. She's lying. I've seen pictures. She was on trend, for sure.
So yeah, like everybody was just wearing the same thing, and that's also just how like I wanted to stand out basically. So then, and then like a couple like weeks or like maybe like a month later, then everyone would get like on that trend. So yeah, me and my best friend were like, we're trendsetters. Like we knew it. We knew we were trendsetters.
For sure. Y'all were ahead of the curve.
We were ahead of the game.
Which has definitely benefited you now when it comes to creating content because, like I said earlier, you pick up so quickly. I can tell you like the small little thing, and then you'll take that and you'll be like, yeah, then I can do this with it.
Yeah, it is really fast. Like it is so fascinating to me. It's just, I don't know, it's just like my creative side. And I love it. I love being creative and I just want to learn more.
I would say another big pro of doing this in a rural small area is no one is around. Like you could really find like a deserted cabin or a deserted home or a really cool wall downtown in an alley. And you really wouldn't have to worry about a whole bunch of people being there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although you did know that if a car drove by, it could be someone you knew.
That's when you like put the phone down. Literally putting the phone down and just like staring at each other
in high heels and like a dress,
like not doing anything. Imagine being that person driving by. What a freaking weirdo. But at the same time, they're probably not even paying attention.
They probably didn't even see you. No one cares. And if they did, they thought about it for 2 seconds.
If they did, they saw the Instagram post.
Saying all the pros and cons. And
wait, we didn't touch on a con.
I would think the con would be people judging you. I think it was weird. What would your con?
Yeah, honestly, like looking like a weirdo.
Yeah. So do you feel like you fought with having to fit in locally versus having to fit in online? Well, you really weren't posting online.
Yeah, I wasn't like everyone from my school would see my posts.
That was the majority of your followers?
Yeah, basically. And then in person, I'd just be like, don't look at me.
Dude, you were brave. Like now that that's brave for a small town because I was doing it in my small town, but I made a completely different Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. No, I wanted no one from this area, no one from college, like no one to know. And then like my first few followers were like,
yeah, like now you are definitely like for sure like local influencer here. And like everybody knows who you are and now at the studio, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Being able to pull in stuff locally now, like this day and age where people understand what a tag is, what a repost is, has helped me significantly. But it all came at the right time. Yeah. Thankfully, it wasn't when I was posting in the very beginning because it wasn't very good.
Yeah. Like I remember, so me and my friend, we would do all that. And then we would do like these like YouTube videos, like in our room, we would do the jelly bean, remember the jelly bean challenge?
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. And just like little like trendy, funny things. We thought we were hilarious, but
so y'all would film it, but y'all wouldn't post it?
Yeah, we would just film it. We would just have it in our camera roll and we would just like crack up at ourselves. We thought we were the funniest people ever.
I freaking love that because honestly, Ava and her friends do that today. Like
yes.
They don't have anything to post it to.
Right.
You should see Ava's iPad. It's just full of makeup tutorials and vlogs that have nowhere to go.
Yeah, so that's what we did. And so then I'll have to send you another picture. Like we took like a picture for a profile in an Instagram because we created an Instagram together and we were just going to post like, it was very much like quotes and very positive self-love, like very, very positive things. And of course, like our first followers were people from school, like people that knew us. I don't know if they knew that. But anyway, so we like created an Instagram together and we just thought we were like going to be the two besties, like trending or whatever. And yeah, so we did that. I don't know how long it lasted, but that's what we wanted to do.
Very cool. Is this the same friend that you went to prom with?
Yes.
Y'all were like besties.
Oh, yeah. We were best friends.
Are y'all still in touch today?
Yeah, I actually was talking to her today and told her that I was coming to record and she was like, yeah, we were trendsetters and too, like I'm talking like best friends that we had like the same Instagram handle, but like our names.
I love it. What was it called?
It said official Lyndsee. And then hers is official Abby. Like that official. Like were there like copycats?
There was. There were fan accounts for sure.
Oh my God.
That's so cute. I love
I
that.
know.
What does she do now?
She lives in, I believe, in Wyoming, maybe Nebraska. I can't really remember, but she's just doing her own thing, and she's very much more like private now, and just does her own thing.
That's super cool. I didn't have a friend. I made my mom do it.
Your poor mom.
Poor mom. I'd be like, come on, mom. I got some cute outfits.
Got some cute outfits. Middle of Hereford.
Post.
Yeehaw.
Strike a pose. So what would you say is the wildest or funniest thing that you've ever done to get content?
I can't right now or like back then.
Whole life.
Okay, so back then I would say again, like you're in the middle of nowhere, small town. You just go into like in between random buildings, that for sure. And again, like, oh look, there's a tractor in the middle of the field. Let's go out there. And I don't know if we were trespassing. Like, who knows what we were?
A cow's all gonna come from like left field.
And now I would say just putting myself out there. Honestly, yeah, like just putting myself out there and like recording a clip or taking a picture in the middle of a coffee shop or like anything like that. And then remember that trend that you had to like wet me with, like soak me in water for that trend? What was that trend?
It was just like a green screen video. It was just like a funny like.
Yeah, it was just like a funny clip, and then I got soaked in water in the middle of Navi, in the middle of, you know.
And I didn't even think twice about it. I was like, let's do it.
Yeah, well, I came to you with the idea. I was like, let's just do it.
I was
Like,
let's do
it. That's a do it for the gram.
Yeah.
That's a just do it for the post.
And you only had one take. Too.
One take.
Because like once you're wet, like that's it. Crazy.
Yeah, I just posted that on my story because that was not going to be on there forever.
It was just on your story?
Yeah.
I don't think I paid attention. How would you define, so like we said when we first started, we wouldn't even define it as content creation, which 100% agree. Like I wouldn't be able to call it that. But would you define what you do now as creating content?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's a part of me that doesn't want to call it content creating because I feel like I'm not like, but I am creating content for my business, like for what I do and attracting clients and stuff because I have to do that. And so I would say, yeah, it's creating content.
You were 1000% a content creator. She not only creates for herself, but she creates for other people as well. And I think people don't know what to think when they hear content, but the reality is content is everything. Content is a graphic, it's a photo, it's a video, it's a reel, it's a story. And there's so many different ways to create it.
Yes.
And yeah.
I just feel like I'm not like cool enough to call it content creating or, I'm just creating content. You know what I mean? But that's what it is.
1000%. I don't like calling myself an influencer. I absolutely hate it. Like I prefer to use the word content creator.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why. It just feels like weird. I'm lying, like I'm being an imposter. I don't know.
Whenever I do post something, like especially for like my esthetician stuff, I'm like, oh my God, this is very serious. Like I'm hitting post right now. And it's like, but it shouldn't be, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm hitting post, I'm posting this, blah, blah, blah. Like whoever sees it and things like that.
I wish I had more of like that seriousness because I don't. I'm hitting post left and right. I'm like, half these people are going to see it, half of them ain't. Boom. It don't matter.
Yeah. But I also feel like that's how it should be because that's how you just naturally just create more content is by not caring about what people think. Like that also falls into that. You know what I mean? Like not caring about who sees it and like if somebody has opinions on it, you know what I mean? Like I'm definitely not a quote unquote big creator because I'm not, and so I don't know how it would be if you were to get like negative comments. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. I read a quote the other day, I think on Instagram. I'm sure it was on Instagram. My Discover feed is full of quotes right now. But I read a quote that said, one day you're going to look back and realize nobody was really paying attention and you could have done whatever you wanted.
Yes.
And yeah, that's been playing in my head a lot this month because I'm like, who cares?
Just hit post.
Just hit post.
Yeah, I really liked your recent Instagram carousel.
A little like aggressive motivation
I liked it.
Was the goal.
I feel like I've learned a lot of more the esthetician, like the beauty side of social media right now, because that's what I'm really into. And so that's all my page is like I'm just researching how to be a good I guess creator as an esthetician on like on social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. We've actually had this conversation kind of similar where we talk about like, okay, well, what's on your Discover page, or like what are you really looking at? Because we all have our niches. And then within the content creation, there's niches within that. So she is really into the like beauty, esthetician, aesthetic type side of Instagram. I'm on the social media side of Instagram. But
yes, like it's crazy how like what you look into on your social media versus what I do, because it's completely different. It's like tips and tricks on your niche. That's like, it was crazy to me.
And but it's still content. Like,
and it's still content. Yeah.
So no matter what you are, whatever category, there is a place for you on the internet for sure. Because I feel like it was very heavily just makeup for a long time, just fashion. And now there's so many niches within those categories.
Sure. Yeah. It's crazy how many niches there are. And that's how I really liked how you said like there is a place for everybody. Because, yeah, there are so many content creators, but somebody isn't you and your voice and how you look and what you look like and what you even have to say.
Yeah, and I think we're definitely entering the age of, well, for one, we're seeing the fall of Hollywood, and people are now ready to connect to people, and we're following people not only because yeah, she is an esthetician, but at the same time, she's doing 75 hard, and I want to watch her do that. And she also has a really cool family. I want to see what they're doing for Easter. Or, we kind of get connected to people like that. So it's nice to show up. I remember we sat down and we talked, and I asked her to like send me her favorite creators, and they had like millions of followers. And I was like, no, I don't know who these people are.
Wait, who? I don't even remember who it was.
I have them saved on my Instagram, but I just wanted to see, what she was consuming. So I knew what she wanted to create.
Yeah.
And then I remember her asking me like, wait, well, who do you follow? And I'm like, oh,
yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that was so cool. But again, like I'm very into, again, just like the esthetician side of it. And like, yeah, that is influencing, but also I'm educating people about their skin, and just like how there's so many influencers talking about skincare and hitting on those things. But I really want to educate everybody versus what they're just seeing online. And like, I want to find my place in the internet to where I am like providing education for skincare and myths and the facts and science behind what this ingredient does and XYZ, like things like that. That's what I really was trying to focus on for a long time, like trying to get like, engagement and stuff, because I did think that was doing really good on the internet, especially like people around here and just trying to get my name out there. That was really important to me.
I have learned so much from Lyndsee when it comes to skincare, just even hanging out with her, learning about ingredients and what really you're buying. And it has been awesome. She has saved me so much money. So speaking of, if our audience wants to follow you and learn from you as well, where can they find you?
It's just at the Amarillo Esthetician.
Are you on Instagram, TikTok?
Instagram. I think that's my handle on TikTok. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
I'm trying to get like into TikTok, but I hear that it's just, you just have to be very consistent, and I'm just.
Yeah. You just have to be like blasting anything and everything.
Yes.
And every platform is different.
Yeah.
Okay, at the Amarillo Esthetician on Instagram, go ahead, give her a follow, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you are from a small town and you've gone out and you've created content, please comment and talk about your experiences, because I'm sure we can all laugh together.
Where's the weirdest place you've taken a picture?
Or we could just all post our tractor photos, because we all have them.
Or no, the ones with the like brick wall on a wall.
Oh yeah, just me and Lyndsee literally have the exact same photo.
We definitely have to put that side by side.
It'll be thumbnail. It'll be thumbnail for sure. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 5. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this. This was super fun, super casual.
Yes.
Thank you, Lyndsee, for coming and
Thank you
being
for having
so
me.
patient with me. We have been here for hours.
It is okay. Thank you so much for having me. And there's just literally so much I could say right now, but we would also be here for hours.
I know, we got to cut it. All right, we'll see y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye.
That was fun.